It's been a while. Sometimes this is just what it looks like. Nothing fancy. Laying in your jammies. Silence. Feeling the feelings. Knowing that big things are coming, but not seeing them. When you can only feel it and you don't see it with these eyes. You see it with this eye. In your heart. Oh boy. Can that hurt? Does that hurt? Especially when you keep getting like little itty bitty glimpses of things. And you have no idea what part of your adventure you're on. And where that destination is. And then you realize that the destination isn't all of those things that you long for. You've been the destination the entire time. When you arrive at the stillness and you don't fear it, and you stare directly into it, and you let each memory flow through you, transform into tears that flow down your face, however many times it takes and however long you need to. And understand that eventually you will arrive at that place you've dreamed of your entire human experience. But that's not the point. The point is this. Not fearing the stillness and the not knowing and the silence. Even when you feel like your feet aren't touching the ground, and even when you feel like you have no idea what direction you're going in, or if all of those things will even happen. You hold it here, and you let yourself feel it fully. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that it doesn't feel like it sucks. 'Cause sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be like that, you know? And that's okay. It's not just okay, it's commonplace. This is part of the journey. When you've mastered yourself, or even when you haven't, it doesn't matter. If you've reached self-mastery, you're no different than anybody who's still on stepping stones before that. And you're no different than anybody who's on the ones ahead of where you're at. We all arrive at the understanding, eventually. This big old relay race can feel impossible sometimes. And the truth is that no matter how difficult it feels, feelings aren't reality, right? So when you are in that period where you find yourself in the dark night and the silence arrives and it's just you, how do you want to meet yourself? As a friend? Or as somebody who feels like a frightened creature backed into a corner, stuck in fight or flight mode, not wanting to look themselves directly in the eyes? And we can ask ourselves questions, you know, why do I feel that way? Why did I feel that way? If you've already faced yourself and you find yourself in the silence and you're cool with it, continue to ask yourself those questions, because it reminds you of where you've been, so that you never forget that, so that you hold that humility and that grace, and you never let it go. If you haven't figured it out yet, continue to ask yourself the questions, because eventually you're going to hear an answer echo off the walls of your soul. And it's okay when you don't hear that echo, because the more we heal and the more we grow, the more space we create. And the more space we create within our internal world, the more that echo has the ability to bounce off of a wall and come back towards us so that we may hear it. So for however long and however often you find yourself in the dark night, never forget that this is just part of the process, that everything's going to be okay, that you will find peace and comfort the more that you reassure yourself of these things, and that intense, tough feelings don't mean that you have failed. And the remembrance of what we were and what we have done, that just reminds us of how resilient and strong we are. And it's an opportunity to reflect on where we've been, so that we can fully appreciate where we are and where we are headed. That's all. I love you very much. And with your consent, I send you the warmest, most fuzzy, giant bear hug.